All right, this one says every European country explained in 30 minutes. How is that even possible? How many countries are in Europe? Wait, I swear to God, I didn't prepare this. 22? 26. I gotta check now. Hold on. Please be in the 20s at least. 44? Jesus. Oh my gosh. All right. I fail for the day. All right, today we are checking out a video from Chase Engerer.
What?
Every European country explained in 30 minutes. I don't know how he's going to do this with that many countries, but we're probably going to be going through them really quick. This is a long video. I don't know if we're going to split this up into 2 different videos, but we'll find out right now. And I will say I've been covering a lot of like the major countries in Europe in a lot of my videos that I've done. I do want to start diving into some of the Eastern European countries. So if any of you are from there and have any recommendations on content from there, let me know so I can check it out. I have a few, but I can always use more. And if you've never been to this channel before, my name is Jacob. I am an American, obviously. I'm wearing a camo shirt right now. And I am trying to learn as much as I possibly can about Europe because I'm just fascinated with the continent. All right, smash the like button. Let's dive in.
Oh, you watching this might think of Europe as a conglomerate of gunless, healthy, walkable, city-dwelling, public transport-riding liberals, and you, my friend, would be correct. That's right, baby. We already did America, so it's time to bully our friends across the pond. Starting with Albania. Now, I want you to ask yourself, do you know any Albanians? Now, if you're sitting there like, I don't know, I mean, maybe I do.
I do. I went to elementary school. One of my best friends was Albanian. Marius. That was his name. I can't even remember the last time I've seen him. It was probably 4th grade. 3rd grade.
I've never really asked, then you definitely don't. They make it very clear. It's like a personality trait for them over there. I mean, this very well could be the most patriotic group of individuals on the face of the earth. Look at that repping the flag everywhere. I mean, we got Instagram bios, chains, the little hand bird signal thing that they do. We for real got country gang signs before GTA 6. No? Aside from being patriotic, Albania is known for its old communist bunkers, which are spread all throughout the country for some reason. It's actually insane. There's like hundreds of thousands of them. Albania is also famously one of the only majority Muslim countries in Europe. And, what's that? You said Dua Lipa's from Albania. Is that right? I might need a second. All right, you know what? Maybe if this video does as well as...
I don't know who that is. Is it a girl? I don't know. Is she a singer or is he a singer? I feel like I'm not up to speed with like the modern pop, rap, whatever the hell's going on in culture.
It's a States video. We can make something happen. I don't know. Also, God forbid you bring up the nation of Serbia in front of one of these guys. As for why, you know, you can look that up yourself. Andorra. Just taking a pure guess here, I'm going to assume that probably about 30% of you guys watching this haven't even heard of this little nation before. And really, I can't even blame you. Just like you uncultured guys probably haven't even heard of Lichtenberg. Huge country, absolutely massive, almost as massive as something else. I can't really remember right now.
Low taper fade. Dude, it is still massive.
Anyway, there's probably a pretty good chance that the city you live in right now is larger population-wise than this entire sovereign nation.
I gotta check this now. What is the population of Lebanon, Tennessee? No, it's not. I only have 48,112 people in my city. Now, if I were to do Nashville, for sure, we're definitely beating it.
Andorra is basically like a little independent ski resort wedged between France and Spain. And they live in a constant identity crisis as Moldova's little twin. They've got like nothing else in common, by the way. They just kind of have the same flag. I guess they both have white people. I don't know. Austria. Austria really is just like a little snack-sized Germany. That is a pretty accurate, complete description of the country. I mean, they've got castles, beer, Lederhosen, beer, Oktoberfest, beer. Did I mention they like beer? And my big back ass has always thought Austria looks like a big old chicken drumstick thing, so there's that too. Belarus, much like Austria, is...
All right, okay, he's going through these pretty quick. I was like, how is he going to get all of these countries done in 30 minutes? But, I mean, I think we just spent like 15 seconds on Austria, and he said beer, which I do want to go to Austria for beer.
Kind of like a little copy-pasted version of its much larger neighbor. Except instead of being like Germany, Belarus is like a copy and paste of Russia. And really, that's it. That's Belarus for you. This dude has been their president since, 1994. First president. Yes, my friends, it is 2020.
Is that, we call that oh God, what is it? They call our president that. Oh, that's right, it's a dictator. I'm totally kidding. 1994. Gosh, that's a long time. He's been
25, and bro has been there since the start of the country. I mean, that is like some unparalleled status right there. He looked like this when he became president, and yeah, he's still got that comb-over thing going on. And look at that luscious mustache. Anyway, Belgium. Belgium's like taking your off-brand France and Netherlands and like duct taping them together to make a new country, because why not? This is Europe. We're just doing anything now. Nonetheless, Belgium...
All right. I can already tell. So obviously he's American and he's given his take on all the countries. I know just from this little bit, like what he's saying about each one, I can only imagine that many of you are like, this is a horrible explanation of our country. But somebody did tell me to watch it, so I'm checking it out. I just want you to know, I know there's a lot more to your guys' countries. I don't want you to think that I'm taking all of this on face value. Let's keep going.
It's fantastic, though. I mean, they've got fries, and we're just doing anything now. Nonetheless, Belgium is fantastic, though. I mean, they've got fries, and they've got waffles. Apparently, it's all great until you get to the city of Charleroi, which, yes, I did have to Google the pronunciation of that name for your information. But Charleroi is clowned on for being, I guess, one of the most depressing places on the face of the earth, and looking at the pictures, you know, I guess they're really not wrong. Belgium is also known for its chocolate and for doing some incredibly questionable things in Africa back in the day. We will not get into that. On a lighter note, though, I've actually been to Belgium myself. It's a pretty little country. Got to eat that sucker in Brussels. If you eat that every day, you're going straight to the Zika house.
So
Bosnia and
Herzegovina. Some of these.
I need to know immediately who drew this border. I mean, it was probably a Croatian, let's be honest. They gave him 12 miles of coast, and the rest went to Croatia's boomerang-looking ass. See, me personally, as Bosnia, I'm not letting that slide under any account, but you know me. I mean, I don't let things slide at all. Nothing gets past me. I think. Just like Albania, Bosnia also has a major Muslim population at over 50%. I feel like dudes in Bosnia would be the type to buy an old BMW before, like, food. You know, I don't know why. I just pulled that out of nowhere, but maybe it's true. Let me know in the comments. Bulgaria. Bulgaria makes me think of giant weightlifters and hairy-chested taxi drivers. This is the first image that comes to mind when I think of Bulgaria.
Oh my god. Why are they doing the Bulgarians dirty like that? Are they called Bulgarians? Or is there a different phrase?
Yeah, so you could probably see where I got that impression. Bulgaria, interestingly, uses the Cyrillic alphabet a lot like Ukraine and Russia do, and is considered a Slavic nation like those two as well. Bulgaria also has a strong folk culture, and sometimes you'll get to see people dressing up all fancy like this. Very nice. Croatia. Croatia's just
that looks really
Bosnia.
cool.
You know, we've already established this. It's absolutely brutal. So let me explain something to you, okay? And I got a text message. Croatia and Slovenia are like the two rich kids of the ex-Yugoslavia family. You know, these are the kids who, like, started buying Bitcoin, drop shipping, they had glow-ups. That's basically these two. Croatia really is quite developed given its communist history, and that's pretty impressive. A lot of people have started visiting Croatia
looks really
too,
beautiful.
Which is a good sign. You know, you don't really see people visiting, like, Moldova, for example. That was such a stray. I'm sorry, Moldova, you didn't deserve that. But overall, Croatia's known for its pretty beaches, old towns, and apparently good seafood. So, probably gonna have to stop over there someday. I don't know. Cyprus. Cyprus is actually split north and south, with the Turkish Cypriots living in the north and the Greeks living in the south. It's kind of a long story. They probably don't want to talk about it. I actually decided to ask ChatGPT what I could say about Cyprus, and it came up with, it's the perfect place to sunbathe, explore ancient tombs, and ponder why there's a UN buffer zone right in the middle of the capital. Who knew paradise came with checkpoints? That seems kind of dark, no? Also, has anyone noticed Cyprus looks kind of like a little USA? Like, you know, you got a little Florida down there and a little Northeast up here. No? I just need to touch...
Hey, for real.
USA. Like, you know, you got a little...
Not too far. It kind of does, actually. You got the little dip down here in Texas, the coast. I'm sure this probably isn't a coast, but looks... Or is that the coast? Is it flipped? Did he flip it? Because this is the end that was... All right, never mind. The way you put it, though, it does kind of look similar.
A little Florida down there and a little Northeast up here. No, I just need to touch grass. All right, I got it. The Czech Republic. The Czech Republic has to be one of the most underrated countries in Europe. I mean, look at this. And this. And this, too. I have no idea what I just showed you, but editing me, put something good in there. Have I ever been to the Czech Republic to know that? No, but I mean, the idea of fried cheese sounds pretty freaking good to me. I don't know how we haven't adopted this over here in the United States yet. I mean, that seems like the kind of ship we'd be the first to hop on. Well, actually, you know what? We do got the mozzarella sticks, so maybe we already did that. The Czechs are known for producing Skodas, which, you know, if you're from the United States like me, I can almost guarantee you've never heard of this GTA 5 looking brand. But I assure you, it does exist. But the Czech Republic, or, you know, Czechia, as they want us to call it now, all informal, you know. I'm the Czech Republic, but you can call me Czechia. Yeah, because none of us call France like the French Republic, right? I guess it makes sense. But anyway, I'm still going to call it the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic is a nice little blend of Eastern and Western Europe put together. Yeah, that's probably why they call it Central Europe. That actually...
We also don't call Germany Deutschland.
Makes a lot of sense. The Czechs are also known for really liking beer, like a lot. kind of a common theme I'm noticing in this part of the world. Denmark. There are about two things that come to mind when I think of Denmark, and that would be Vikings and Greenland. Greenland is a territory of Denmark, and as I'm sure you've seen, has been in the news a little bit recently, for probably the first time ever. I mean, there's about 12 people living there. You know, I'm just gonna bet Trump probably wants Greenland so bad, because he's only seen this map of it. Mercator projection. Oldest trick in the book, I tell you. Yeah, sure, it is bigger than Africa. We'll go with that. Also, I just looked it up. Danishes are not from Denmark. That's pretty freaking disappointing. But they redeemed themselves because they created Lego to the detriment of feet and hardwood floors across the world. Estonia. Despite being a former communist Soviet country, Estonia has one of the freest economies in the world now. Do you care? Probably not, but it's kind of cool. Estonia also happens to be my Google background. That you definitely don't care about, but I need to make this video longer, so I'm putting it in anyway. The Estonians really cool. Also must like the internet because apparently electronic voting is pretty popular over there, and they created Skype. Listen, like 15 years ago, all of your jaws would have been on the floor right now, trust me. I also really like their flag for some reason. It's just very pleasant to look at. I feel like it fits them well. Finland. So this here is a map of every public sauna in Finland. As you can tell, they just absolutely love getting a bunch of hot, sweaty, half-naked men in the same small, steamy wooden room. I'm sorry for that visual. Finland has a history of strength through the many wars that they fought and through creating Nokia. Nokias are the pinnacle of the whole, they don't build them like they used to thing, you know what I mean? And to be clear, we're talking about the Nokias.
All right, he's touching on the most basic surface level stuff about countries. A lot of these I already knew. Some of the other countries that I haven't even heard of before, I'm getting a little bit of info, but yeah, I've already heard about
20 years ago, because ain't nobody buying this new that I can tell you. Allegedly, there are stories of people finding their old neglected Nokias like a decade after they stopped using them, and still finding them with battery. It's kind of insane. I say allegedly because I probably have one, actually. Beaver 100.3 FM. Take that as you will. You know, they say Finland is apparently the happiest country in the world, and then they turn around and make the most angry, enraged, bitter, death metal music you've ever heard. I really don't understand. France, the land of cheese.
Wait. Now that I think about it, I did do a video on Finland being the most happiest country in the world. Check it out. I'll try and link it right here. Probably forget, most likely, though. I'm trying to think of I did a reaction to, there was a band that was on Eurovision, and they were like a rock band, and they were all dressed up. What was the name of them? I'm trying to think if they were from Finland. I think they were. I'm not too sure. You guys, let me know in the comments. Or I'm probably just going to check.
These baguettes, wine, the city I've never heard. I really don't understand. France, the land of cheese, baguettes, wine, the city of love, lasting just 6 weeks in World War II, and near constant worker strikes. If you watched my last video, you would know all about my amazing experience in the nation of France. I mean, just look at that beauty. Yeah, that's what a garbage worker strike in Paris looks like, baby. Basically, anytime the French are inconvenienced to the slightest amount at their place of employment, it goes a little something like this. Hey, Pierre. Oui. Listen, I know we just spent the last 3 weeks marching all angry down the Champs-Élysées with our flags and banners and then going home and not doing squat, but, you know, last time I checked, we are French. Oui. You know, I do kind of want to catch up on some Emily in Paris on Netflix. So maybe we should do it again? Oui. Now, around the world, we actually pretty much all revere the French.
When was this? 6 months ago? Oh, he's probably talking about, like, the protests that happened in France. What was that? That was about, like, a year ago, wasn't that?
Their culinary food skills. I mean, after all, some of the best pizzas I've ever eaten were not in Italy, but in France. But then they go out to their local swamp and then eat the snails and frog legs. Kind of makes me question everything else. Now, maybe it's...
Dude. Don't be talking trash on frog legs and snails. Escargot. That's what snails are, right? Escargot. But frog legs are absolutely delicious. They're amazing. If you guys have never had them, recommend trying them. They're really good deep fried. Like deep fried chicken, but just think frog legs. Kind of taste the same, but just a little hint different. Or you could just eat chicken. I don't know.
It's like one of those don't knock it till you try it kind of things, because I've never had it. Something about sucking an old slimy snail out of its shell. Just not exactly appetizing. I don't know. But we cannot forget about the desserts, because if I lived in France, instantly shooting up to 300 pounds or whatever that is in European, I promise. Also, God forbid you try to count above the number 69 in French, because it's a mess. It goes a little something like this. You go 69, and then 70 is 60-10, 60-11, 60-12. It's not like that for any other number. What are we doing? And then when you get to 80, it turns to 420, and then 421, 422. And then when you get to 90, it's 420, 10, 420, 11. 99 is 99, which is 420, 19. You could have just made it like 99. 99. That would make so much more sense. Anyway, I only speak one language. I digress. France is a cool country, though. I'll be going back. Germany. Germany is arguably the most important country on the continent. They've sort of figured out how to conquer Europe without force this time, because that didn't really go so well the last 2 times. Instead, now they just use money. Germany is a major economic powerhouse, and they're kind of like the responsible big brother of all the other countries on the continent. Like, if you're Greece and you want to go out and buy that new Ferrari with a loan, the Germans will come and say, 9, and the Greeks will misinterpret that as buy 9 of them, and they will, and the entire continent economy will collapse. True story, kinda. The Germans are famous for their castles, cars, beer, schnitzel, pretzels. When I had a layover in the city of Frankfurt, Germany, I was actually blessed with the opportunity to try a real authentic German pretzel at the airport, which sounded a little something like this when it hit the—
Dude, if I know anything, correct me if I'm wrong, my German friends. You're probably not finding like the best pretzel at the airport, right? Because I know personally when you come here to Nashville, you're not going to find the best fried chicken or barbecue at the airport. Unless they put one in there. I don't think they have. Edley's. Delicious.
table. That puppy was hard as rocks. I can't really judge it, though. I mean, it was an airport pretzel. Like, probably paid like 12 euros for it, too. But you know what? If you think Nokias are hard, like, think again. That pretzel was atrocious. Greece. I like it when they light the cheese on fire and go, Opa! What? You're telling me that that's just like a made-up thing we do in America and nobody in Greece has ever said Opa, ever? Well, now I don't know what to talk about. I guess Greece was like the birthplace of fake democracy like thousands of years ago. I say fake democracy because we all know where real democracy come from, baby. I've actually been fortunate enough to visit this place and god dang! It is hot. I mean, I probably burned off the caloric equivalent of about 7 gyros walking up to see the Acropolis. Did that pronunciation of gyro make you angry and uncomfortable? Good. Please leave a bunch of angry comments below. I love Greece, but I will...
I still haven't figured out how to pronounce it. Gyro, gyro. My wife pronounces it some funky name like... I can't even remember how she says it. Let's keep going.
It does kind of feel like they've fallen off a little bit. You know, like way back in the day when your great-great-great-great-great-grandparents had to walk uphill both ways to and from school in 3 feet of snow and fire each way. The Greeks really were kind of like the top dogs. You know, they dominated the Mediterranean in like every way. But nowadays... I don't know. They got some fire olives, though, okay? No one can dispute that. Hungary.
Oh, delicious.
More like hungry. Am I right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Budapest, Hungary is probably home to what is like one of the coolest buildings in the world. Like, god dang, who built that? Their prime minister also looks like the Monsters, Inc. villain mofo. He also manages to sound exactly like Gru from Despicable Me.
But we have a different future in mind. The globalists can
all go to hell.
I have come to Texas.
Hungary is...
I have... That actually is on point. He does sound exactly like him.
Globalists can all go to hell. I have come to Texas.
Hungary is also home to goulash. I mean, let's call it what it is. That's just some Betty Crocker classic cheeseburger macaroni hamburger helper. Like, you're not fooling anyone. And now the Hungarians hate me too. We'll add them to the list. Iceland. Iceland is literally heaven, honestly. Except for the fact that the sun sets at 3:30 p.m. on the winter solstice. Oh, hell no. Other than that, it's just a chill little country where no one kills each other and everyone can enjoy their backyard hot springs in peace.
I've always wanted to go to Iceland. I hear it's just amazing. My mentor has been there, and he always raves about it.
What goes on over there? It's a little too peaceful, you know what I mean? They probably got like a crazy underground drug ring or something. I'm on to you, Icelandic cartel. I mean, you've got a nice little facade, but I see past it. Ireland. Oh, Ireland. Actually, no, that's probably someone's last name over there. Oh, Ireland. Anyway, are all the old Irish stereotypes of the potato-loving, red-haired, beer-inhaling leprechauns that follow the rainbows true? Yeah, they are. Ireland is a land of castles, Guinness beer, and a rock that a bunch of people visit and kiss for great eloquence, apparently. You know what? Maybe I need to take a trip
He looks Irish. He's got, like, orange hair.
over there, because it takes me like 3 frickin' times to say every sentence in this video. I'm not even kidding. Ireland is also home to the revered Ryanair, which all of the Europeans clown on for being incredibly crappy, apparently. They probably charge extra, like, just for a seat in the first place. I don't know. Fun fact, or not fun fact, depending on how you look at it, Ireland's population actually still hasn't recovered from the old Great Potato Famine like 200 years ago. Y'all need some government subsidized like Viagra or something. Italy. Pasta, pizza. All right, now that that's out of the way. Italy is probably one of the best countries in the world to visit, like from a tourist perspective. I mean, there's history, nature, food, entertaining angry locals. Like, what more could you possibly want? Seriously though, have you ever seen an angry Italian? Like, it's actually kind of beautiful. Plus, you get to watch them drive around in their little cartoony cars and Vespas in their like way too tight streets. And they say the car brand Fiat stands for fix it again, Tony, because as you probably know, Fiats Not the greatest cars ever made.
I've actually heard that phrase before. My brothers, they have a different father than me. Long story. Let's not get into it. Their dad's name is Tony, and when I was growing up, I would go out there and go visit the area that he lived at and my mother's friends lived at. We would go stay there, and she had a Fiat, and that was the first time I ever heard, "Fix it again, Tony." And we would laugh about it because his name was Tony.
Italians are a very self-aware people. And when it comes to food, I mean, they take that more seriously than, like, having a government and whatnot. If you so much as even utter the word pineapple around an Italian, like, instant deportation, no questions asked. Italy has a very obvious divide from north to south, with the northern Italians being significantly richer than the southern Italians. I also couldn't talk about Italy without mentioning the mafia. And because I like my life, that will conclude today's section regarding the mafia. Kosovo. You know what? I'm pretty sure I've already provoked a bunch of Europeans to leave a bunch of fun comments below. So now let's do Kosovo.
And you know what? You're probably provoking a bunch of Europeans to be mad at me for checking out this video. Don't hate me, you guys, all right? I didn't know what this was about.
It's a small Balkan country between Albania and Serbia. And, you know, you could say Kosovo and Albania don't exactly get along too well with Serbia, you know, in the sandbox. They don't really like to share their toys. But I mean, if you look at the flag of Kosovo, like, come on, that's cute. They were able to fit their whole country on the flag. I feel like that's kind of sweet. Kosovo is also proportionally the most Muslim country entirely in Europe, so that's pretty cool. Latvia. Whenever I think of Latvia, and yeah, this is a little unfair, but I think of the SNL skit where Donald Trump is at the NATO summit and he gets stuck at the losers table with the president of Latvia.
Hi, my name is Eggless, but you can call me Egg. Would you like to try some of my pickled squid? Okay, so this one time in Latvia, we had the Wolverine schnapps, and he went nuts.
I never really liked, I forget this actor's name. I don't know how I can forget it. He's like one of the most recognizable actors in America. Him and his brothers. God, I can't think of it. He does a pretty good Donald Trump impression, but by far the best Donald Trump impression is Shane Gillis. I don't know if you guys know who Shane Gillis is. If you do, look up Shane Gillis Trump impression. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Oh my God, I'm at the loser's table.
Like, poor Eggless, bro. What did he do? He caught such a stray for no reason. Also, Latvia kind of looks like if Christmas and communism kind of had like a baby. It really does look like such a peaceful little place. I can't hate on Latvia.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it there because this is already gonna be like a 25-minute video. 24 minutes, 23 and 93 seconds. 93 seconds? What the fuck? Totally kidding. All right, if you guys enjoyed that, stick around for part 2. I should have it out, I don't know, the day after this one. Hit the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.